I did take my magnet and stuck it in here like that and came up with this. Kind of looks like a piece of a bearing cage to me. What do you guys think? Something else that it could be? How's it going, everyone? Welcome to the show. My transmission started making a funky noise, and rather than leave it go, we take the transmission over to my buddy Jeff's house and tear the thing apart to see if it's fixable. So stay tuned.
That was rolling, yeah. Ram out of that. Right out, I think.
Is that it? That's all that was.
Yep. Yeah. Which is what I figured. I could have done it without that even.
Yeah. You want to put it on the wood, right?
Yep, then I won't touch that. So then this tail housing should come off next?
Yep. We show taking off these
First?
Yeah. Huh. Through the hole, and then they're catching one of these ribs of a gap in it.
Here, just put it through one side. We're taking it apart. My extension. Directions. I can't believe we're following directions.
I know. This is the Porsche.
Just the bolt.
Yeah, you take that out, and then you take the cover off.
Nothing else comes out. Yeah, right here. And then right here. It's coming off. Okay, hold it there.
Pull it up.
Yeah, just a little bit of tension up. So that race there, and that race there. So this race just lightly taps onto that. And that holds it all together. All right, now what? This thing comes out, doesn't it? There's a dowel pin here we gotta watch. And a dowel pin here.
17 millimeters.
Let's see here. Is it reverse threads or normal threads?
It is normal threads.
Okay.
Looks like it.
Aluminum. Aluminum, so don't hurt anything.
Cool. It says use a puller to remove the rear bearing race and part of the fifth gear assembly.
So this right here, that fifth.
Yes.
So we got to pull this off and this off.
You have to tap out this dowel pin.
Okay.
And underneath that is where I thought the bearings might, the one that might be junk.
Sure.
Okay.
Here's a chunk of shit that's chewed up.
Where?
Right here on this side. This thing's all. That's the selector deal's chewed up. Well, that might be the noise you're hearing.
Well, there's
I mean, it comes apart a certain way, but
there's a, yeah, I know.
grab those. So that's the selector, and the selector fell apart, and the selector was broken. That's what that spring is for. So you got 3 of those, right?
Yeah.
So Fords have a selector like this too. This spring is supposed to push on them. That's broken. You see that the end's broken?
Yeah.
So that spring's supposed to probably ride something like that, I would assume.
Okay.
Or something. So we're missing. You see there's one under there. See that one in there?
Yeah.
So I don't know exactly where that spring's supposed to ride, but I bet you it's underneath this. See that there? And that other spring was supposed to be under that.
Yeah.
And it was broke. It's missing. The end's broken.
Okay.
So it's that's probably making the noise.
I would hope so. I found a piece of metal that looked like.
Piece of wire?
No, it looked like.
A bearing?
Yeah. Well, it looked like the cage of a bearing, but
So this slides off. There's a spacer. See, we gotta watch all of the stuff needs to be.
Yeah.
Well, we gotta figure out how to pull that off. So generally you don't take that whole assembly, that selector apart like we took apart, but it was messed up, so we took it apart. Okay. That can stay together if we pull this all as one.
I wonder if I can get a new one of these.
Spring probably. I would assume somebody gotta have it.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, it's not that white, is it? Oh, we got it. All that for that, basically. That's the sinker up. Boy, oh, it hit me in the head. There's that. See, there's the other snap ring. No, it's supposed to be that way. It's just bent. It was just bent out of shape.
Oh.
So it's there. It just isn't right.
I guess that's kind of good. I mean,
Yeah. Maybe. Not bad, but not great. Come on in. Tap it on.
Does it stay cool in here in the day?
Not really.
Driving this one?
Not really. It's more of a race car, but it would run. So that's supposed to just line up. So that snap ring is supposed to go under here, and then those things are supposed to ride on that,
okay.
like that.
Oh.
And that other one goes on the inside. It does the same thing.
A lot of fiberglass.
Yeah, the full front open doors. Yeah. But that's what they did.
That's cool.
Raced won Winter Nationals, D-Gas Winter Nationals in 1966, and then
Oh, really?
runner-up in '69.
Let's show these. Remove two stop bolts and the 17mm stop bolt and detents on the main carrier case. But
These guys here,
oh yeah, that's it.
this one and that one.
Yep. I think that's so then you can slide it. Actually, the rods actually maybe stay in the case.
Yep. Just the top piece, the bearings slide up.
I found this thing. I was like, oh, this is good. It shows everything. It's like, ah, it really doesn't show it.
Of course. What about this Allen bolt in the top? Yeah, well, it's supposed to. I hear parts falling.
Did you?
Oh, that's another detail or something.
Saber's supposed to take this thing off. I don't know if there's maybe.
10mm probably.
Yeah, you know what? I bet that's where he's supposed to take this thing off first.
That's everything. Or synchros fell apart, I think. Yeah, there's the other one. I would assume that was all supposed to stay in there.
Well, it shows it. Let's see.
I mean, past this point, there's nothing more of the transmission. All that stuff out. It shouldn't. I don't know why it all came out that way. And all that comes right out. This gear's all chewed up.
Is it?
A little bit, like the edge of it.
So I'm wondering what that little piece came from.
What piece? Oh, the little chunk? We gotta look for it. Bang it. All back up. There's a part.
Oh, but that's what it came out of.
Yep.
That's what that piece is from.
So that's a detent. That's one of these right here. So tip it back up. We got our piece. I mean, it looks like one of these.
Yeah, it does.
I'm just trying to investigate and figure out where that's supposed to actually go. Oh, you know what? I know what this is. This is that.
Isn't it?
Reverse tick detent. So look down here. See that hole right there?
Yeah.
That's where this went. So this had marks on it. I think somebody took this out
Yeah.
and then figured out they weren't supposed to take that out. The detent fell out. Fell in transistor transmission, then they put this back together and didn't realize. So that detent's supposed to go right there onto that. Make sense? That's what's missing. That's the piece.
Yeah.
Guaranteed. And we didn't do that. I mean, we didn't. This had marks on it from somebody taking it out. See the marks?
Oh, yeah.
So that's where that's from. The spring must be big enough that it doesn't go through that hole. See that hole there, smaller?
Yeah.
So it's the same as one of these. Here, I'll try to put it in the hole here.
So this thing fell out, or came out at one point.
Got chewed up.
And there had a bent spring in there. That was...
One of the synchro springs, little desynchro detent springs, is bent up. Part.
Yeah.
And then we gotta try to get it all back together.